hope you're all well. Welcome to another Riley's Rambles, yet another one. Do you know what, I'm super excited about this particular ramble because it's going to take me to the east of London, Bethnal Green, which is, well, I have ancestral roots there. Part of the ramble, I'm going to be sort of treading in ancestral footsteps, I hope, and I'm going to be sharing that with Michael, my nephew. He's coming all the way up on the south coast just to join me, so it'll be really great to see him.
Michael, hello. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm good. Right, I've got a bit of an arthritic knee, but no problem. I can walk, but it's just I won't be going up those stairs. So I'll be going up the escalators.
Yeah.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah,
look. Hey, man, that's a cool beard. You look totally different. Okay, yeah. So this is Westfield.
First time I've been through here.
Yeah.
The other time, Stratford's when we went up for the football, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. This is the first time I've been to London in 2 years. First time I've been on a train to London. Yeah, I feel a bit excited actually.
Not one for abseiling down buildings.
So you don't mind the camera then, no? No, this is why you're here, isn't it?
I normally think I don't sound like I'm from Portsmouth, but when I hear myself talk back, I'm like, I do sound a bit like I'm from...
Just checking my notes. We're with you in a second. Right, okay. I'll see if I can do this in one take, eh? So this is the River Lee navigation. It goes all the way from, it starts off Hertfordshire, goes through Tottenham, Waltham Abbey, Lee Valley Park. I'll be editing all this. Yeah, anyway, what's significant to me personally as being a person that was brought up in Essex is up till 1965, Stratford, where we are now, and places like Dagenham, Barking and Romford, which is where I was born, were all in Essex. And then as, you know, the London situation changed and it was sprawling, getting bigger, all the municipal boundaries changed, and from 1965 the boundary for London sort of expanded right down, swallowing up Romford and places like that. So this means quite a lot to me actually. This is where I'm standing now. It was the former Essex, but it's now Greater London. Yeah, I hope you understood all of that. And Essex had some very famous people, either born, brought up there, or have a connection with, amongst whom is, and I'm reading this from my script, so please forgive me, is John Constable, the artist, Marconi, Dick Turpin, Dame Maggie Smith, and Rachel Riley, unfortunately not a relative.
Adele growing up sort of Tottenham way, next to the River Lee, she wrote a song about it, called The River Lee.
Really?
When I was a child, I grew up by the River Lee. There was something in the water, now that something's in me, babe.
Wicked. Does that remind you of someone then, Mike? Not the floor. Is it sort of like an old computer game or something? Or?
The old Marvel comics.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, so we just come off the River Lee navigation, and we're now in the Hertford Union Canal, as you can see. And apparently, so I've read, it's the shortest canal in London, and it was built in 1830. Yeah, it's just going to take us right to Victoria Park actually, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's some really stunning murals and what do they call this stuff again?
Street art.
Street art.
It's not vandalism.
Apparently the nearest Banksy is at Shoreditch, so There's a few blank spaces here, Banksy, so get your aerosol down here. They're just doing the lock, aren't they?
Are you by any chance Barry?
No.
No, oh sorry.
No. Do you need a help pushing?
I'm all right.
Are you sure?
So much.
Yeah. Is that your boat?
You had a windlass in your hand.
No.
I'm just meeting some friends who are boating.
Yeah. Oh, my word. I mean, your sister is pretty good at that sort of thing, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's about. She a couple of spray cans.
Yeah.
Something.
Has she ever done any spray can type stuff? Probably not.
So.
No.
She should though, because she's very good at doing that sort of like Japanese art, you know, like the Japanese animation stuff. She's good at that.
Yeah. Okay. So Vicky Park. Our relatives would definitely have gone in here. Definitely. It's just down the road to where they lived. It's quite a big park, but it's well, you'll see it's a lovely park. And it's full of cyclists and runners and
Ramblers.
And ramblers, the odd rambler.
I find it amazing when you come into London and head into the parks. And there's so much green space, and you just get the impression that the park's going to be quite small. Big built-up city.
Well, right. So now we're approaching a couple of relics from the past. They're pedestrian alcoves, and they were once a part of London Bridge. London Bridge was dismantled in, I think it was about 1830. I might be wrong. Yeah, so these fragments were kept for the park. So I just got this urge to sit in them.
I gotta get it.
Bit more of a shine, boy. How much is this costing?
$2 bob.
$2 bob.
I have no idea what $2 bob is.
They didn't have 2 bobs in. Yeah, a penny. That's exorbitant. Yeah, carry on, boy.
2 penny.
Right, cheers. You're going to need a bloody drink after this, mate. I tell you. I think I am annoyed. The notes are coming out again. Right, I'm just outside the Bonner Gate with Michael. So we're not far away now from where my dad lived in Bethnal Green. So this gate is probably the gate that he and his family would have gone through if they fancied a day in the park. And I'm sure that must have happened on a regular basis, getting away from the grime of the city. And what an amenity to have on your doorstep. Yeah, a little bit about Victoria Park, or affectionately known by locals as Vicky Park. And again, I have to resort to my notes. Be with you in a sec. Edit. Well, what I didn't mention earlier on, this walk is going through 3 London boroughs. It's going through Newham, which is where the Olympic Park is. We just step into Hackney, and now we're in Tower Hamlets. So Bethnal Green is in Tower Hamlets. It has been since 1965. A bit about the park. It was opened to the public in 1845. Used to be orchards and nurseries. Latter half of the 19th century became an essential amenity for poor working class people of the East End, known as the People's Park. The creation of the park saw a stimulation in house building in the vicinity over the next 30 years. A conservation area now protects most of these Victorian properties, and yeah, you'll probably see it in the video later that they're stunning, the Victorian properties, so long may that continue. Yes, and it's a concert venue as well. Thought I'd just add that in. Okay, so we're now approaching where my dad James Riley lived. Down there, Michael, was where these buildings are. There used to be a workhouse.
Right.
right there. I'm not aware of any while he's ended up there, but you know, I don't think your dad found anything about, you know, relatives going to the workhouse. It's quite common.
Yeah.
And we're in a very poor area, but as Michael noticed that, you know, just further down there are some quite upper class Victorian houses, so the gentry and the deprived people sort of lived sort of near to each other. Just down here somewhere there should be Molam Street. Right, so this is like a new estate, probably built over where my dad lived. He was born in 1915. He had 6 brothers and sisters. They lived in, according to the census, they lived in East Street. Now what I found out is that later on, for whatever reason, I don't know the reason, it changed to Light Street, so it's L-Y-T-E. I'll find out one day why that is, but so basically, yeah, Dad's Road doesn't exist anymore. I mean, I found out it was pretty well bombed during the war anyway, and then after World War II, there were big slum clearances, and basically Dad was living in, you know, pretty well a place you called a slum. So and now we've got all these sort of post-war sort of flats and properties that have built up, and they're just replaced where my dad lived. Right, this right turn. Ah, that's it, yeah. So that's Molam School. I think it's been there quite a long time, but it's been modified. And I guess Dad must have gone to school there. No, it wasn't a private school or anything. Obviously, he wouldn't have gone there. So yeah, my dad might have gone to school there, and his siblings. Right. So I think this is. It should be Molam Street. I don't think you can see that anyway. We've got to go down here anyway, Mike, because I think it's the only street that goes down to the pub. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I've been reading up a bit about this area. We're heading for a street called Viner Street. This is where the pub is. You can see the pub, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very much a Jewish area in the time that my dad lived here in the 1920s, 30s. But after the war, well after the war actually, with cheap sort of rent property prices in this so-called slum area, it attracted the arty types, and a lot of galleries were opened up on Viner Street. This is like early 2000s, early millennium. So it had a bit of a very sort of arty bohemian vibe. The area just became sort of more gentrified really. And wow,
Upset by the buildings.
Yeah, but a lot of these were all like workshops for making leather goods and stuff. And my tongue's hanging out now because I can see the pub.
Close.
Yeah, so yeah, treading in the ancestral footsteps, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, so disappointing it's closed. It's been open since the mid-1800s, I believe, so yeah.
Wow.
And we just had a look through the window, and yeah, it's not a sign of any life in there at all. Yeah, so we'll have to find another pub, which is, you know, nearby. Excuse me, do you know, is there a pub around here in this area?
Pub around here?
A pub?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah. What, further down that way?
Yeah, if you go to Bethnal Green.
Oh, right.
Depends how far do you want to walk.
Well, 10 minutes.
You could go to the Camel. It's just in Bethnal Green.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Right, Mike, do you know where you're going?
That away.
That away. Coming through. Alright, can I... Whoa! Shit. Years of experience. Yeah, there's a docking station over there. So they just walk back through Westfield like we did. Do that, yeah? We've got these spaces, hopefully. Otherwise it's another one further up. Yeah. Yeah, just gotta make sure you get that signal of acceptance. You gotta give it quite a big, good whack, yeah. Yeah. That's probably less than half an hour then, wasn't it? Maybe? Not in an hour, but right. Oh, I didn't do it, did I? No. That's it. There's a Pret a Manger just there. Do you want a quick coffee? I'll buy you. Yeah. Do you want a bit of cake?
Why not?
Shall we see what they got? Yeah. Right, don't know because I've been doing it so long. You know, but oh, is that flat white? Is it? I don't know. Is there
cappuccino's got the chocolate on.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Well, you enjoy that? Yeah. Yeah, a novel day out with Rambler Uncle.